How's it going, guys? Ulfhere here, and today we are taking a first look at the game Cards. Now, I've played this a little bit. I've done the tutorial and done all that, so this is a free-to-play game. Check it out. It's on Steam, and it's a pretty good game. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment. We are going to dive into a little bit of training. I'm not going to do the online battle stuff or the draft stuff. The draft stuff does pay a little bit of money. Again, it is one of those games that is pay to win kind of game. It's a card game. I bet you didn't know that, considering the name. It is a card game. It's a World War II based card game, and it is. I kind of like it. Let's just get into it. We are going to do some training. I'm just going to show off what it looks like. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that, but this game is. I picked this up, free to play. I just thought, you know what? I'm feeling something to pick up, and I just picked up this game, and it was just like, holy smokes. There are other games that are very similar to this. There is a Lord of the Rings version of this same game, with a bit more storyline to it. You can pick that up for about $30 on Steam. I'll have the description of that one and this one, the links in the description for this game and the Lord of the Rings version as well. I don't think that it's done by the same people. I think it's just the same a similar format. Lord of the Rings does add a little bit more flavor to it. But what I've been doing is I've been using the Britain starter decks. Now I'm not that great on the battle scenario. There's a few guys that are in there that are very ranked, very good, but I'm not quite there yet. I've only been playing this game for about probably about a day, but I'm having a lot of fun. And as you can see, there is a lot to do here, and the soundtrack to this is blowing my mind. I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, so we have a chance to mulligan. You start with 4 cards. Your little box down, the numbers down in the corner where it says 0, one's orange over 0, and of course your name, Ulfhere. You can't see because my camera is covering it. Let me just quickly jump over here. So where I was, you can see a little couple zeros there. They are your what do they call it in game? It's pretty much like what you're paying. And as you can see on the cards in the top left hand corner, it says, especially on this first one, the Bolch Regiment 3K1. Okay, so that means it's what you need to use that card. You start with 0, and as you go through each of the rounds and each of your turns, you then get more. Okay, I'll show you what I'm not very good at explaining things, but I'll show you as we go along. As you can see, we've just got one there. Now this is the only one card. You did have a chance to mulligan. I'm not going to do that because I'm quite happy with these cards for now. The only card that I do have is much like a trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! It adds to regiments. So I'm just going to end my turn because I've only got one and move on. The enemy are going to use their turn, and again, they're not going to play much. And you can see their currency up the top there as well. Our currency here. And again, it's more of a flavor card. We don't really have much we can do here. We've got, for the king, deal damage. We could play that now. We could play this now if the enemy wants to play an air unit. And that's the thing, you've got different units. You've got infantry units, you've got air units, you've also got tank, anti-tank, anti-air. This game is quite detailed. It's quite detailed, and there's a lot you can do. Another one. Oh gosh. All right, we have 3. We can play a Bolch Regiment, which we're going to do. You can't move these once. You can't do anything once you're in. There's a couple of things that have a feature called Blitz, which then you can move the same turn. But once you put it in, you usually can't move it. Plus, also, as you can see, it was 3 in the top left-hand corner, but now it's gone to 1. you then need to spend 1 to be able to do anything with it. Whether you're moving it up to the front line or you're moving it to attack, it costs 1. Again, you can only do 1 of those with some, and multiple with others that have special features to do that. There is, I will explain the front line a little bit better. So you'll have a look here, deployment. Oh, here we go. We got the tanks coming in, and exactly right, like I was talking about. So it's got blitz, so you can actually move it whilst you have an option to move it. But we have a few cards we can play. We did just go fortification, and I mean, the name of the game is, you can see here, they've got Tripoli. We have Alexandria. That's pretty much your home base, and what they're trying to do is to get that down to 0. That's how you win the game. Each card has an attack and a defense. The attack is on the left-hand side, so this card has an attack of 3 and a defense of 4. And if I was to attack this, it would then attack me for 2 and take hit for 3 and it would kill it. I would then be down to 2 in my defense. Before we do that, though, I am going to play a couple more cards. I think I'm going to play this card. No, I'm not. It deals 5 damage. I'm going to wait. I'm going to play another regiment, which has a deployment effect of giving our HQ an extra 2 points. The British deck really likes to give the HQ a lot of points. It's a bit of a HQ builder, and does a lot of defensive stuff as well. I'm going to play the Keep Calm and Carry On card, which gives us 2 defense, and then that's my turn because I'm out of what are these? I can't remember what they're called. Ks. We got no Ks. Completely forgot what they're called. Here we go. So they've played some infantry, which is nice. They've got smoke screen as well, so you can't attack that straight away. We have another Keep Calm. Beautiful. I think we're going to do some things. Let's go. I am going to use this. I'm going to use it on the one that's just come through. Usually smoke screen means that you can't attack them straight away, but I think that's only effective for infantry. I might be wrong about that. Let's move that, take that out, and then I'm going to move this bad boy up here. We still have 1 more, so I'm going to play the Keep Calm and add another 2 points. This thing is now a tank with 8 defense. Nothing is going to kill this thing. Nothing is going to kill this thing. It is going to be crazy. And we have the Panzer. Ooh, and another Panzer. Okie dokie. Right, there you go. And as you saw just then, if my defense and my attack is greater to what they'll do the damage, but then I will kill them as well. So you've got to be really calculated in how you're going to attack, who you're going to attack, stuff like that. So what do we have here? I don't really want to play the fortification just yet. I want to hold on to that. I'm going to play the Humber. Now this has Fury. So Fury, first of all, tanks can move on the and attack at the same time. Usually infantry, they can only move, they can't attack at the same time. So tanks can move and attack. Obviously can't do that on deployment. And then they have Fury as well, so they can attack twice. But that's just this card, not all tanks have that. So there's a few things we can do here. Do we bother moving the 2nd infantry up? Yeah, and then we'll take out... We might just do a straight attack, I think, on Tripoli. There's nothing stopping it. There are features like Guard, which the British deck has, where you sit them next to the HQ and they guard HQ, or they can guard any card, to be honest. And the opponents have to attack that card before they attack anything else, because it's guarding. again, like some of the features in this game are phenomenal. It's a really cool game. A really cool game. Really cool game. I'm kind of happy with it, to be honest. I'm still not that great at it though. Oh man, we're getting plenty of these guys. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna move the tank up. We can attack and move at the same time, which we're going to do. It's got fury, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna attack that with that. And then we're going to take... Oh, I ran out of credits. Credits with a K. Of course, because the game's called Cards. Oh, that's what the K stands for. Such a drongo. Okay. So they've played their first air unit. Now, air units are a funny thing. They can attack anything on the field from anywhere. So they don't need to come up into the front line. You get to fill the back line with air units and attack HQ as much as you want. You can't be stopped unless, of course, there's a guard. But we have this bad boy as well. We have the AA Barrage. Target air unit must retreat, and it gives us 2 HQ. Almost all of our cards give us HQ points. It's amazing. It's great. Let's play these guys again. Now I'm going to clean up a few things here. I'm going to take out this tank. Or am I... I don't know what to do. Take out them first. Which leaves them there, that's fine. These guys are going to die regardless who we attack. So... let's take out the bigger threat, shall we? And then that tank's gonna attack mine anyways, so we'll lose that. And then we can move these guys up. They can't attack on this turn. And turn. We're not looking too bad. We're not looking too bad. But the British deck is OP when it comes to building up points in your HQ. It's ridiculous. What feature does that have? I bought out the air unit again. We have another one of these bad boys, so that's going to really frustrating for them. We also get another 2 points. I'm going to put this bad boy down, move that one up, and we're going to attack twice here. Bing bam boom, and I'm going to get rid of that straight away because I can. And I'm going to play this just because I can. Check that out, 37. I think we've got this in the bag, guys. Here we go. The only problem now is that we don't have many cards in our hand. Like the... Here we go, this is our first artillery unit that we've seen all day. So these guys can actually, they're exactly like the air units. They can sit in the back lines here and attack anything. Of course, anything that has guard would protect it, but they could shoot to the home base, HQ, sorry, now if they wanted to as well. We'll put our OP Spitfire in there, like a 5/5, wow. You know, and I am gonna get rid of this artillery the best way I can. Usually artillery does double damage to tanks, but that one didn't for some reason. Can I move? Yeah, awesome. And then we'll go again. Super. Check that out. That is sweet. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. It's a long game, but the British deck is built for the long game. Like that is what it's for. Wow. Okay. Wow, that was crazy. I am just going to do a straight attack because that's 5. And then we're going to do the fortification again. 44. This is what it's all about. Well, we've just won next turn. They should have gotten rid of that. It would have slowed us down. Oh, they did. Okay. So that'll slow us down. We have the Hurricane. Does it have Blitz? Yes, it does. And that's game. And there you go, guys. That, in a nutshell, is Cards. It's actually quite a cool game. Quite a cool game. I really enjoyed it. Now, you've got a couple of different formats. You've got Battle, which is ranked. It works like a server, so you've got to wait for another person. It's all ranked, so you'll have similar ranked people to it. Again, there are people out there that have played a lot more than me. I'm not going to show you that one because I'm going to get my ass kicked. There's Draft, where you can build decks and do such stuff there. Again, it's a pay-to-win kind of deal. You pay more cards, so you can do that. You have up in the top right, top left, sorry, you have gold for completing assignments and stuff, which is what you saw at the end there. You get gold for that. You can then go and buy packs and stuff like that. You've got cards, so you've got your library. Once you go through the tutorial, you'll have all these starter decks. You'll have the Japan, USA, Soviet, Britain, and Germany. It is a bit of a long tutorial, but again, once you get through it, it's all good. And then the cards are pretty cool as well, and you get that amazing World War II soundtrack in the end as well. So I thought I'd just share that with you. Again, just remember that Cards is a free-to-play game. Okay, don't have to pay if you don't want to. You just go hard. And they do have some tournaments and stuff as well. If you have a look on their community page, I saw that they have a world tournament coming out pretty soon. I'm not quite sure how old this game is, but it looks pretty suave. Just saying. Again, there is a Lord of the Rings version of this game. I'm not sure if these guys are doing that, but it's a similar type deal with the Blitz and the credits and all of that. I'll put a link in the description for that if you're into that stuff. I really am. Again, but that costs, I think it's roughly about $29 Australian. But this is just something that you could sit down and play and just get really caught up in it, like I have in the last couple of days. So guys, if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You can even hit dislike if you want to do that as well. And until next time, I'm Ulfhere. Adios.